Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings and salutations to my respected judges and fellow viewers. My name is Rashid, a motivated and remarkable individual at the age of 17. I am currently pursuing my studies at SMK Agama Bandar Penawar, and after almost 5 years being in this fine institute, I have contributed to my school in various competitions. For district level, I was voted 4th place for the public speaking competition for KOTA TINGGI district. For national level, me and my Arabic debate team got place number 16 over 56 other teams. Unfortunately, we did not make it to the finals. Last but not least, for international level, I was beyond ecstatic knowing that I won the Grand Award for International Creativity and Innovation Award. The competition also took place in Surabaya, Indonesia. Sounds intense, right? Well, I like to think of myself as an overachiever. Now, today, on this very fine day, I will be reviewing a book called Five Survive by Holly Jackson. Just by hearing the title, you must think that it must definitely be a thriller novel, right? Well, of course it is. The novel consists of 390 pages and it costed me 52 ringgit and 80 cents, which I got from Harris Ayontenbrough. The novel talks about a group of friends who decided to go on a road trip to South Carolina for spring break with six friends: Red, Maddie, Simon, Arthur, Oliver, and Rena. As they were goofing around in the RV broke down in the middle of nowhere without any connection to the outside world. At first, they thought that it was a broken glass on the road when they saw that all four tires were busted. They started suspecting something suspicious when they saw a red dot, most likely to be a laser sight for a sniper. What made them so sure it was a shot is that they saw a splintered hole in the RV, not the size of a fingernail, but the size of a bullet. Someone clearly was done dead. But who? Well, if you want to know who, I highly recommend all of you to read this book, as this book is well written and the characters are portrayed very well. Just by reading it, you would have an idea on how the character is, making the reading experience far more better. Oliver. Oliver would be getting on people's nerves, and the way they portrayed Oliver gives you an idea on how the other characters felt towards him. Speaking of which, Simon is unarguably my favorite character. With all the drama and conflict going on, Simon is always the comedian in the group. It could have been a nerve-wracking moment, but his quips never fails to make me laugh. A fun fact about Simon is that he is a Korean. Now, if I could describe him in three words, it would be a fun, a humorous, and such an iconic person. What I love about the novel is the intense suspense and the gripping storyline that makes me want to read more and more. So, overall, the combination of mystery, suspense, and drama is what keeps me hooked at all times. Now, moving on to discussing about the extinction of pure values and respect among adolescents that is found to be increasingly worrying. Now, before I will suggest ways to prevent it, let's take a moment to address the issue first. Respect is a two-way street, and it becomes especially important during adolescence. What is adolescence, you may ask? Adolescence is the phase of life between childhood and adulthood, starting from the age of 10 to 19. Now, it is definitely concerning how respect and good values seems to be fading among us teens. It could be because of what we see online, in movies, or maybe just not having enough positive role models around. Moral values that are presented online may seem to be decreasing because they want to make content more enjoyable and entertaining for viewers. But does it mean having moral values are boring? Definitely not. What is presented online is what manipulates teens nowadays to to rebel and become disrespectful, thinking by doing those things it will make them feel good about themselves. It is unarguable that content creators nowadays tend to do something dense and foolish just to gain more views. That is why to fix this we need to that is why to fix this we need to have everyone starting from schools, families and communities to work together to work together. They should focus on teaching empathy, thinking for others and understanding emotions better. That way we can make sure respect and good values are restored. Now, let's see what the school can do. Well, we actually do learn about this in our civic education, such as in English, Bahasa Melayu, history, Islamic studies as well as the moral subject. Other than that, the school can also have a motivational program talking about values and respect. This is suitable for their age, and motivational programs shouldn't just be talks. They should add fun activities to keep teenagers hooked at all times. For example, they can have some fun quizzes as well as fun games. Next, we all know that family plays the most important part by being a positive role model for their teenagers. Teenagers are in the phase where they are still trying to transition from childhood to adulthood, which can be quite challenging. What we usually see is that this behavior commonly occurs among us teens. After doing some research, I've I found out that this behavior is known as adultism. The least a parent could do is listen. Young people have ideas and experiences to share. As a teenager myself, it is infuriating whenever I hear the phrase, "you should talk more," when I'm not even given the chance to. Sometimes teenagers just want to talk, but they don't feel comfortable enough. That is why a comfortable environment should be built for your teenagers. Now, how can parents do that? Let me set an example. When teenagers are talking about their feelings, parents should hold their judgment and instead try to validate their feelings, because parents need to understand that that teens are living in a generation where they face different challenges. This can help strengthen the bond and rebuild respect within the family dynamic. Here's the thing: teenagers need to be taught about respect and values. The efforts to instill and respect and respects the efforts to instill values and respect among teenagers is not only a responsibility for parents, but it is a collective responsibility, including all levels of the society. Therefore, collective responsibility calls for collective efforts. I have talked about what families can do. I have also talked about what the schools can do, but most importantly, ourselves. We ourselves need to be more understanding with each other. To conclude, communication is the key to open minded minds, which is really important. There are so many other ways to regain moral values and respect among adolescents, but I'm afraid time doesn't allow me to share more. Thank you for lending an ear. Assalamu alaikum and goodbye.